you gotta hate your father, your mother. Is that literally go into the house, you know, start flipping the pots and pans? Yeah.
I hate you, man. You know.
Yeah.
Verse 27 it says, "And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple."
Hey, whosoever doeth not bear that cross, right? That's taking on that bitterness.
Right.
That's taking on that you know, it's going on that walk, man.
Also, what is the price? What is the cross a representation of? It's a representation of death or suffering.
Burden.
You know?
Yep.
That's basically what they used to crucify our Lord. It was a punishment, a capital punishment. You see, probably suffer. You know what I'm saying? And, bro, they would be alive hanging through. Look what they did to our Lord, bro. That's so. The Lord is saying, look, this is what it's gonna take to follow me, man.
Suffocating.
Right, bro.
It's really how your house should die. You're trying to pull yourself up.
Man, that's heavy. Choking and suffocating. Yep.
Man, it says,
and this is walking through our sacrifice too, because you know you had to bear the cross. Our Aaron was being beaten, smitten as he was taking his cross to where they was going to hang him on it. And this is what we doing in the spirit too. Right. We're carrying the things, we're burdened down, we're things upon our backs, that things that weigh upon our backs, our spirit. We got to carry that up to the place where we're going to be taken down as it was, brothers and read Romans 12, right, where we're offering our body up for a living sacrifice. He's still walking through that right now.
Verse 27, it's like in verse 28, it says, "For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it? Less happily," it says verse 29, "less happily after he have laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this is the man that began to build and was not able to finish." And who was a corner example of that, man? Umar Johnson. Mr. I want to build a school. This nigga been talking about this school forever, man. And nobody know what the fuck it said. We got the AC, we just wait on the electricity and the HVAC. Nigga been constantly saying that for last 6 years. Bro, exactly. That nigga, he didn't count the cost, man. That's a corner example. How much more of us in this truth, man? Like the elder gave those examples. Shit, when you come into this truth, you're gonna be separated. All those relationships that you had with your family, with people in the world, it's no longer, that shit is cut off. It's no longer the same, man. You ostracized, you looked at it as somebody, you know, looked at it bad and evil. Your name spoken on evil, you know. All that comes with, that's bearing that cross, man. That's taking in them bitters, bro. Being looked at as the world, you know, the world look at these people, look at us because we don't celebrate particular holidays or let our children celebrate. Oh, you a bad parent. That's a part of that. People looking at you a certain way, man. Why? Because you bearing the cross and following your house shot, man. A lot of dudes fall out for that shit. And you think it's like, damn, this nigga fell out over that. A lot of dudes fall out for shit like that, how the world perceives them, man. You know? How much more in these times of what these niggas are now already putting out there saying that we pads and shit, you know, going into the, like the elder said earlier about the customs of the law concerning a certain a great situation. You know, niggas getting offended, they calling us all these particular names, false accusations. That shit is about to be plastered on the news, bro. Then what? How you gonna? Then what, man? What you gonna do?
I'm trying to get on.
Yeah, baby, that's you. Baby, you believe that you know, niggas calling you, talking shit. Family calling you. You know, we gonna be so you know, if you have any connection, you have any contact with these people, this is a reward. We find out that you keeping information on where they are, that you gonna be locked up. Man, bro, like the elder saying, the food, shit about to go into these terrorists, shit about to be scarce out here, man.
It's gonna be firing all cylinders. It's time to take control. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that persecution gonna come, man. You know, but hey, like we read in Sirach too, man, you gotta prepare your heart, and that's really understanding where Yahweh Shah was on the earth, right? Understanding what he came to do, understanding what the things that he went through. A lot of people don't have a clear understanding of Yahweh Shah. It starts by them not even proclaiming the name. You know, that's the baseline of our faith, knowing that he is able to save us from any situation. If you don't actually believe that in the name, you don't have that substance in the name, you're not going to be able to follow through the things we got to go through to inherit the kingdom. You know?
Right. So are compassed about
with so great a cloud of witnesses.
Right, because we are compassed about upon a great cloud of witnesses. We got the angels watching us, man. Everything is being recorded. And of course, you know, we're walking, but it is a race. It is a competition, you know. And we gotta, and there's accountability to seeing on how you walk, or making sure that you're participating the right way, walking in the right way, so you don't be disqualified.
Like the brother said, we're a spectacle, you know. And then when you read this precept, you know, he likens it unto a race, you know, because you know, during that time they had, you know, coliseums, things of that nature, you know. And if you ever play sports, the last thing you can do is be worried about the crowd. Be worried about who's watching you. You know, you do that, your ass is grass, man. You gotta be focused on what's in front of you. You know, but this is Hebrews 12:1. It says, "Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which does so easily beset us."
Right. Yeah. Lay aside, you know, weight and the things that beset us, the things that hold us back.
Oh, that's right.
You got to get over that. You got to continue to play through that, play into it.
Damn.
So we all are into. We all are lacking
family.
in certain
Right.
things. We all wish we had more resources. But
Wednesday
hey,
was that Wednesday?
we got to
Tuesday,
deal
some
with what we
shit.
got. All right. The Lord said that Paul wasn't going. The Lord wasn't going to take his thorn in his flesh.
Whoever got the wrong.
You know, we all going through something, but we still got to finish. And that comes with what the brother just read, counting the cost. We got to know that we got it in us to finish. Man.
It says, "And let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith."
Right, looking unto Yahushua, we should be single, locked in to the goal, you know, locked in to Him, man. Knowing, and that comes in the form of knowing what He came to do, and that comes into the form of continuing to conform yourself, not of this world, but unto Yahushua, trying to mold yourself to be a follower of Him. Can you read that in the Proverbs?
Proverbs 4:20. It says, "My son, attend to my words, incline thy ear to my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes, keep them in the midst of thine heart.
Right.
For they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh."
And that's that street game, man. These words that we hear, you know, it's instruction to get to a place, to get to a destination, direction. And it said, "Let them not depart from thine ear." Go ahead.
Come, verse 23. "Keep thine heart with all diligence."
Yeah, keep thy heart with all diligence. And a lot of people are about to be psycho. A lot of people are about to lose it because the things of this world are there's about to be a squeeze upon it. They're about to lose their wits about them because, you know, they have nothing to follow. They have no foundation to lean upon. But we've been given with Second Timothy, which we, you know, Lord willing, can get back to. We've been given this grace. You know, we've been given this grace, this ministry to lean upon for us to endure in these last days. And that was that message of exhortation that, you know, Paul was given to the church and to chiefly Timothy. You know, which, you know, we can relate to in the finisher of our faith, the beginning and the end. See, if you don't actually have a good understanding of who Yahushua is in the beginning of your walk, you're not going to have that stability. You're not going to have the right mindset to be able to go through and finish and follow through to the end. See, and that comes within the small things, right? Within a representation of your day, maybe putting up a prayer in the beginning of your day, and then praying before you go to bed, you know, at the end of your night, and it's going to manifest onto the bigger things, right? Knowing the name of the Lord, all right? Knowing the breakdowns, knowing, you know, Adam, right? Understanding why he fell, and then understanding what Yahushua did, and you know, when he came on the scene as Yahushua, all right? That's the whole role, you know, not removing one thing from the book. We have to be able to digest that, and that starts, you know, with us taking this thing serious. You know, this is it. This is more on that, right?
Verse 26. "Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil."
Yeah. Making sure that we're able to walk straight, man. You know, the Lord said a straight thing. We can't waver. All right? The Lord has us go through certain things, through certain things in the proverbial sand and within our life, so that we can get through, because we have a direction to go. We have an instruction. You got something?
Got something?
Y'all bring this out. Y'all mentioned that that race, that we're running. So this is Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 11, and it reads, "I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happening to them all." Man, the Lord chooses, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that you gonna do, that you did, that you got, no skill you got, none of that, man. None of that applies, bro. It's just who the Lord chooses. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, and you gotta pace yourself. It says that race ain't to the swift. You gotta pace yourself when you come into this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? If you go too hard, you burn yourself out, man. And then you, like the elder Mike Gallo said, you end up falling out this thing, man. So when you come into this thing, hey, I get it, man, because we all went through it. You know what I'm saying? You excited, you got this knowledge, you charged up, and you want to just go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm trying to cut people at work.
You're trying to cut at work, everything, all of that, bro. Teach your family, all of that, bro. It's all, hey, no, bro, chill out, you know what I'm saying? And again, pace yourself in this thing. That way you don't end up falling out this thing, man.
And like Ariala would say, you got to find your niche.
Yeah.
You got to find your niche. Because it said bread to the wise. It ain't talking about eating no fucking food.
Right.
That's talking about having this wisdom and knowledge and understanding, because it'll puff you up if you're not careful. Because you know this, you can break down Revelation 12. And so fucking what? You ain't delivered yet. Right. So we all got to know the same things. What you being prideful for?
Right. I want to read the same thing in the GNT, bro.
Fuck that mean?
It's it's like Ecclesiastes 9 and 11 in the GNT. I realized another thing, that in this world, fast runners do not always win the races, and the brave do not always win the battles.
Right.
The wise do not always earn a living. Intelligent people do not always get rich, and capable people do not always rise to high positions. He says bad luck happens to everyone.
There's a lot of good niggas that's gonna die.
Right.